haunt BREEN Esports.
That is true. I really highly agree because I think if you don't have that much, I mean, all their wave clear here is at least Kadita, a little bit wave clear on the Kadita, a little bit on the Grok. Saksa, you can't expect him to wave clear all day long, but the team fight's definitely gonna look good.
Yep. Game number 2, it's match point for Echo. Can they barrel through the new lineup that BREEN Esports has fielded? We're about to find out. Again, an orange start here by Saksha with KarlTzy going for purple.
Again, highly doubt that there's going to be any action here on the bot side. FlapTZ. It's been a while since we've seen him on the Masha as well.
Yeah, it's a Uranus.
That's a Uranus, against a Uranus specifically. Well, right now we have to look at KarlTzy. I think he is roaring and ready to go for Saksa. He saw what happened earlier, right? When he left Saksa all alone, get picked off a lot. Maybe that's something you want to address here in this game.
Yeah, we're gonna be stopped with this teleportation. BREEN Esports are gonna be given a lot of farm onto Storm as the mid laner. Typically, the Kadita is played as a position 5, but in the house of BREEN Esports with few in there as well, they play it from a mid lane role with so much damage. You get like a lot of bursts, like Genius 1, eventually the glaives and their holy crystals, and then you can one-shot your opponents. And if you're looking at the members of Echo, only Sanford can actually survive that burst coming up from Storm. Probably why they picked this up.
Yeah, right now, again, Yawi pretty confident here on the Cho. Always, we have a lot of TikTok clips of Yawi playing on Cho, so don't worry. That is not lacking here in this game. I actually would have preferred a double gold start here for BREEN, but then again, they have a lot of content dome here apparently, despite there being a Fanny on the map.
Yeah, well, you're always like a threat when you have Inspire. And good thing for Jom, he hasn't committed it. But typically, you want to be aggressive if you're playing these kinds of heroes. Like if you're playing like 1-1 as well as Moskov, as well as something like a Brody, you want to burn out your battle spurs earlier on to win the matchup.
Very early setup here for Echo. Man, they're really barreling down here. And again, Stone will be able to catch Sanji and force him back for the meantime. There goes Saksa. He's flying. He's diving, but Sanford's still going to be staying alive here. And now it's going to be BREEN on the field.
Oh, they prolonged it. Yeah. They just delayed it, and now KarlTzy is level 5. Saksa is just 4. They delayed it enough for KarlTzy to have a level gap advantage over
This
Saksa.
could be spicy here for KarlTzy, but we swapped out over the mid, and that is going to be Saksa going down there, as well as Sanji. That's a pretty good trade if you think about it for Echo, because now they have control of Turtle.
That was a good amount of nothing for BREEN before that exchange, which eventually led to a trade in mid, plus a turtle take, and KarlTzy taking down Storm. Messy execution so far, but given if it's messy, it's a advantage for Echo.
That's true. And again, all of Echo working together very well. Yawi serving it on a hot plate straight into KarlTzy's face.
My God. You know, I know Coach Trevor. I have worked with him. And as a player and as a tactician, he likes these unorthodox plays. And I believe that was Echo, both Echo and maybe some training from their coach, some ideas in there. They delayed the first turtle take. That was so unorthodox to look at.
Yes.
Because we were all surprised. Why would Sanji pop the ultimate like that?
So early,
right? It was planned all along. What they wanted to do was to keep BREEN busy. They had to commit Storm's ultimate just to cancel one ultimate for another, which for Echo is already very good because all they planned all along was to create an advantage, an unfair advantage between the Fanny and the Paquito so that they can win the war. So they sacrificed the battle in order to win a greater one.
We got KarlTzy obviously with Joy Boy here. Yawi put in a half there. Pretty good stuff here for BREEN. At least they're still showing off their firepower a little bit so that Echo doesn't like just manhandle them.
Yeah, it's actually still a bomb waiting to blow up or be diffused because BREEN has yet to find that perfect engagement with the CC, much like this.
Yeah, CC is all you need there in that position with a beautiful rough waves from Stone and Joy Boy.
Yep, that's the combo that you're looking for. Well, any hero can be comboed up with the Kadita. The good thing about BREEN Esports is that they managed to keep the Petrify onto Storm. But look at that, Sanford with a classic Uranus play.
Yep, shades of Kenji and Dilar. Cutting
That's right.
multiple waves.
Speaking
my
of cutting,
God.
cutthroat straight into the throat of Saksa there. You got Joyboy close by, Sanford and Sanji as well flanking Carl Teasy. And it's looking like Echo's got pretty good control of this mid lane so far.
That's a man down. And again, Echo can just pull the same thing. They can delay this turtle take, have Carl Teasy get the purple first, and then go from there.
They have all the room in the world with 1.3k to work with. The advantage is there. The only winning hero for BREEN Esport so far it has been Jome.
Big J.
Yeah,
Big J. How can they convert?
Oh, beautiful two, man! Oh. I don't even know, man. Carl Teasy will be fighting back here. And Jome, good DPS on the Moskov, can't be answered immediately by Benny. Here's a shotgun, though. Have a taste of some of this. But here comes Jome with all the spears.
Oh, no way.
Beautifully played here for both these gold laners.
Big J, though.
Big J with the play. Oh my God, he dodged so much in there as well. And the kill threat could have been there. And Saksa, it all started with Storm landing the 2-man stun. And of course, the ultimate rough waves. My goodness,
The
so much
layering,
damage.
man. The layering of Wild Charge straight into ocean, Breath of the Ocean, straight into rough waves. Beautifully done.
There's a lot of damage between those two, again, because that Stone building up the COD, the Clock of Destiny, really did not need any help. It's just these two, Joyboy and Jome.
Yeah, and you saw how big of a counter Moskov is against the Fanny. He waited for his right moment, right angle to utilize his ultimate as well, and then the right timing for Inspire. He has been holding on to that. He wasn't baited into committing that to a turret push whatsoever. He waited for his opportune moment, and Jome, Big J, it seems like what he needed is just the right hero in the right situation.
You have to commend Jome. Obviously, he was all alone, but he still played very confidently.
Yes, I must say, Big Jome there got into position, found that angle the hard way. He used the old kit. It's not like he has a flicker or anything. He really found that angle, played geometry, much like a Filipino sports hero, Efren Batares. He found that angle and found it perfectly.
And what's found here is Yawi. He gets perfectly picked off here by BREEN, not even expending that much to take him down. In the end, the rest of Echo blocked straight into the face by the Grok, but that's going to be Carl Teasy taking out Saksa still in the end.
Sanford, get out of there.
Oh, Sanford could be in trouble here. It is Uranus, but you got some good DPS from Jome here.
Okay, if I may say, Joyboy's Guardian's Barrier may have put BREEN Esport, specifically Saksha, in trouble. Wolf, is that what happened?
Maybe. But I think it's more about Echo just positioning themselves very well. I like the call out coming out from both Sanford as well as Carl Teasy. They know that they have to just stay on top of Saksa, and Saksa will not have an escape, because the thing with Paquito is that his dashes are dependent on not having someone in front of him, the body blocking. So Sanford just staying on top of Saksa is a death sentence to the Paquito.
Got a bit of a storm brewing here, and I think it's in Jome here, because I've seen Moscov's really tear it up. Right now, though, Breath of the Ocean again will be able to take out the Eve. Beautifully done, Stone.
Benny.
Look at him, and the back foot. Carl Teasy is not going to be able to respond here in time. Sanford still going to be able to get that kill. Got some pretty good knockups here coming in from Saksa. He is left. Oh, man, so good here for BREEN. Everything is working out in their favor in the end here.
Did they just land the Guardian's Barrier and Spear from Jome combo?
It was a split second, but yes.
Almost perfectly
Did
timed.
they just do the miracle play that we wanted? It's a combo that you always just theorize.
Yep.
But they did it in professional play against Echo. Did they just do that?
The bane of many a ranked games, yes.
In a very high stress situation as well.
Right at a Lord take.
Exactly.
Pushing in. Wow, the map is red.
Yeah, we got Lord on top side. Flap Teasy. And the trade, basically.
Wait.
Wow, I don't know if that was worth it.
So far, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, it's 2-0 now. Because Flap got the kill on Carl.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
We're keeping score here, guys. We're keeping score.
Yep.
Look at the DPS from that Moskov. Again, high-level Moskov is scary. Got so much DPS, you can get eliminated almost like an assassin.
What is this version of Carl Teasy? Is it just only because Flap Teasy's in here? Because I'm wondering, ever since game 1, he's sacrificing himself so much.
Yeah.
He's going
He
for
wants to
trades.
go for those kills.
Oh, he's angry.
Look at that.
Oh, they want him so bad.
Here comes the 5-man Echo Squad straight into Flap Teasy's face.
He's alive!
But he's still alive! I can't believe it! It's Sanji! He's dropping everything!
Big J! He
It'll
gets
be
a
a trade
kill!
in the end. Look at that, Jome. Oh my goodness!
Wow.
No way.
That's the wind of nature paying dividends.
Oh, and Benny Cutie just using the flicker in such a perfect way. That, by the way, Benny Cutie hasn't died in this game despite having like a rough start compared to Jome, and now he has taken out Jome, which is great for the side of Echo. And Carl TZ switched his boots, understanding that Flap TZ is dealing physical damage. He went in for the Warrior's boot.
Yeah, he doesn't
Warrior
want
boots.
to die over and over again with this guy, obviously. And take advantage of the high DPS. It actually works against Jome as well.
Yep, that's
right?
right.
You can kind of survive a little bit longer against a Moskov.
Oh, okay. Gonna have to be careful about that. Jome, I think that he now has his ultimate up to maximum, so at level 13, so be okay with that. They're gonna be fishing for cars.
Oh!
No, it is just it.
What? What?
No
It's a
way!
Where are you going?
It's a
Where are you going?
No way! No
I
way!
can't believe it.
No way you get out of this.
How is Carl
that was-
Teasy gonna get
Oh,
out?
the
That
flap.
was-
It was the
Oh!
3-0!
3-0. That was anime-like approach
was-
by Bren. That was literally a whole arc that happened there.
That is a story in itself. You can write a novel about it, how he was able forced out
I was
by
like,
Saxa.
like a movie.
Stopped by Joy Boy. Then Jome pitches
Intercept.
in,
Yeah.
nudges him a little bit, but all it was for Flap TZ.
Oh, the perfect. He got clapped by Flap.
Bren sends the
Oh,
regard.
man. I don't know, man. But that's going to be Saxa going down in the end. Beautiful placement there from Yaoi. DPS is still real. Look at that. Jome is like he's sapping the hell from Sanford. But we'll be able to at least group together and back off. Echo still pretty confident here. They can still go straight to the face. Wind of Nature saves Jome.
Oh man, I'm still reeling from that whole routine, that whole story between Flap and Carl, but right now it's not so pretty for Bren because this Lord is going Echo's way.
It was like a volleyball pass, basically, right?
Exactly, it is.
Nice to see you, brother. Just claps him. But yeah, no, clearly Echo did not flinch from that because they take a Lord.
Yep, because
all.
now they know that there's a lot of like important timings that Bren Esports had to commit just
Yes.
to chase out Carl TZ.
Expensive.
It
It was a
Very
very expensive heist.
That's correct.
Yes.
And Joy Boy, and Jome, I mean, went in for Sanford. Sanford knows that he can last long in front of Jome. He didn't even have like a legitimate physical armor except from the dominance size. Now he has the blade armor, so even more so can he stay in front of Jome. And Jome doesn't have like a Demon Hunter sword or something that can tear through the Uranus, so that was wrong on Bren Esports to actually go for the Uranus instead.
Oh boy, Sanji the sacrifice, basically. Benicudi went over the wall, and instead of greeting that bush, was greeted instead
By
the
the
guy
sax
behind
bomb.
him by the sax bomb.
The sex bomb.
Again, tower still being taken by Echo. Still positive for their side.
I guess that's what you do with a Lord. I mean, it was a Luminous Lord.
Yep.
And they did what they could. Top got pushed, bottom threatened, and so far they can scrum. They can force these little engagements while waiting for Sanji.
Still pretty good answers, at least from BREEN Esports as well. You know, they are answering these pushes pretty on point.
Eyes on the prize, eyes on the
Still
prize.
play.
On the prize.
Oh.
Oh, look at this. Concealed play. BREEN Esports.
Oh.
Joy Boy, wild charge. Not really
Oh.
going to be as flashy as we thought it would be, but did get the job done.
Benny!
And Benicudi destroys Stone. One combo. He's out. Joy Boy is well in trouble. That's a double.
Oh.
And a long range snipe.
4-0, 4-0.
And we got a 4-0. Flap TZ takes out Car.
An immediate
Again.
boost. That was very nice coming out from BREEN Esports. And I thought that they will be easily punished by Echo, but they put up a fight. They positioned themselves well. A mini bubble that they made, like an Ube strategy.
Yes.
And of course, Jome just pushed back the right hero and popped his Wind of Nature at the right moment. He returned his HP with the Has Claws. And now he is back. You can see BREEN Esports knowing how to counter what Echo wanted to do.
Protect Big J.
Exactly.
I honestly thought that was going to happen, especially after the big bursts on the frontliners from BREEN. They really just put a bubble around Big J and again stop the bleeding. Now both teams have all men back on the map about 25 seconds before this Lord. Still not evolved though. I'm wondering, are they going to delay?
Well, there is a possibility that BREEN just kind of just slows it down here a little bit. Just you still want Joan to go into the last item before you go all in.
Yeah.
And the last item is Rose Gold Meteor.
Yes, which is anti-burst. The thing with Rose Gold Meteor is that it gives you a little bit more shielding.
Oh, it's going to be Echo this time around with the concealed play. Not really that effective against Joy Boy at all at this point.
Ooh.
We still got good zoning here from Echo. And QD on the side here. Sanford in front. Flap Teasy, he's looking for his target. He's looking for his boy. Where are you, Carl Teasy? Sends this guy. But the rest of BREEN are here. We will be able to reset here. He's looking for the sax bomb. Look at the sax bomb on the side. There goes the real world. He was waiting for Sanji. Cancels the real world here. Sanford, look at the DPS he's absorbing from Jome here. Jome is still. Oh, it's a 1-for-1. Look at that, Sanford.
Sanford was relentless. By hook or by crook, he was gonna get his man.
That's Blade Armor.
Blade Armor, yeah.
And Dominance Ice. Jome had no right to hit on that wall. And that meant the world for BREEN. Sax already made the right play, knocking up 2 members of Echo, very important ones as well, because the way that he utilized his combo against both Carl TZ and Sanji was able to stop the real-world manipulation while also poking Carl TZ low. And BREEN Esports, after that, they have erased the potential lead that they have. Fortunately, they have controlled the Lord enough, and Jome will be back in action. Round 2 between Echo and BREEN.
But they need Big J.
Really
if
do need
every
Big
single
J.
time from here on in, Sanford trades for Big J, that's good for Echo.
That's true.
The big trade there for Echo was they don't have a front line anymore when they lost Sanford.
That's right. But they don't need it. They have to just go on to heroes at this point. Oh, very sweaty game. Sanji.
BREEN. They're on the conceal.
Oh, they
Flicker by
missed.
Joy, but what?
They missed.
Oh, that was a big boo-boo.
That's
They
right.
were really hoping for someone on that bush.
That happens. What was that? Was that a pathing thing with the flicker?
It was a pathing thing.
Trying to go over the wall there a little bit.
Yeah, he went in for the part of the wall which is too thick for a flicker.
Yep. Ooh.
But who flickers in instead? It's Yaoi. He gets his target, and that's going to be a lot of DPS being absorbed there by BREEN. Oh my goodness, and Saxa gets the Lord.
Sax bomb.
Sax bomb and Benny Cutie. Eyes on the prize to go later. He's in trouble. We got the Sax bomb. He's going to be able to dodge on out of there.
So far, so good. Again, tit for tat. Echo got a mid lane inhibitor. BREEN Esports got the Lord, and no one falls.
Man, Benny Cute is just playing this so well. He knows that they don't have the best contention around the Lord, given that there's a lot of teamfight tools from BREEN Esports. With all of the stunts that they have and the magic damage and all the AoE that they have.
Oh, Yaoi gets good DPS on the Joy Boy, forces a wild charge from the crowd.
Wow.
There goes that inhibitor, traded on the mid.
That might be all that BREEN Esports can take. And given all of what Echo was able to get, like that mid lane turret, it's an even trade after the fact that BREEN Esports won. Carl TZ.
Not gonna let him go.
Not gonna let him go just yet.
Yeah, Carl TZ again. Trying to find Jome here is a little bit more difficult compared to the last game, where it was easier to go in his face. Now, he has to work through several layers to actually achieve his mission.
Oh. Gotta have to give credit to the gold gainers. Now, you saw how Carl TZ went for Jome, but Jome held his ground, nudged him back.
Joy Boy.
Joy Boy straight into the bush with 2 people.
No
and
regard
again, a
for
miss.
human life, Joy Boy.
Oh, another flicker. Oh, man.
All right. So
BREEN is really throwing everything they have.
My God, Joy Boy. That was like the bravest move that I've seen any rover would do.
Yep. Conceal.
He doesn't...
Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, says Joy Boy.
This is interesting. Also, again, he already uses Flicker, which is another -1 initiate here for Bren.
Yeah.
Part of what makes that more ridiculous is the fact that even Bren did not know how. I'm sorry,
Exactly.
even Echo did not know how.
Yeah.
Like, do we just shoot at him? I don't know,
No,
man.
like,
Is this for real?
Is this real? What's happening?
Walk straight into it. But Sanford again will be at least having vision
All right,
of where the Bren
never mind. He
Esports are.
flickered away. It's fine.
Nothing, essentially nothing happened apart from a flicker,
Yeah.
which will now be off cooldown in 46 seconds anyway.
Right in
so-
time for the Lord. They timed it. They timed that very
Yeah,
well.
maybe you could say that. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically falling with style.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But did you die?
But
No.
did you
Did you
die?
die?
But did you die?
All right, so at least at this point, if you think about it, Bren does have better map control. But right now,
Despite the lead for Echo,
by
yes.
the lead for Echo.
All right.
Gold doesn't matter at this
Good
point.
stuff. Good
I
stuff.
wonder if Laptease is gonna flip the switch and maybe sell his boots into a roaming boots so that he's gonna be able to get like Dar hit. I don't know if some explainers are inclined to do that, but we saw how Renegade on the roam
What?
Masha is able to burst out like the gold laners, but
Look at the speed.
Oh, look at that DPS.
Sax Bomb and Big J.
okay.
Oh my God, the DPS from Bren is real. Carl Teasy
Oh, what
won't
a
be able to
stun,
make
what
it
a
in
stun.
time here. Retribution will go over the Sox. And that is another big objective going over to Bren.
Oh,
Benny, nah, not at all.
Yeah, Benny, man.
Man, Joy Boy, that's a very basic play in a way if you think about it.
Solo conceal
Literally
play.
just
Yeah.
stun your opponents. But that was well timed, and BREEN Esports knew that it will take a lot of time for Echo to accumulate that storm, to brew that storm. And when they do get into position, BREEN Esports already bursted down the Lord, and of course Joy Boy, right moment to stun lock his opponents. It's looking to be very spicy.
It is, absolutely. We're reaching 22 minutes. Death timers will be very punishing here. Again, Lord once again for BREEN Esports on top side.
Yep. Oh, Cardisi already cutting the minion wave.
Yep.
Yep, good control here. BREEN Esports, they are compressed together. Yeah, we can't find his target. There goes the real world.
Ooh.
That's good AoE damage, but looks like Bren's lineup is quite tanky at this point. Really hard to really get in there.
making the right call to just get out of there, have Echo expend their ults, buy some time, and then eventually just win another team fight. Oh, conceal.
We conceal again, Joy Boy.
No,
Storm
wait,
on
no.
the backside. Will only be able to catch Yaoi. Rough Wave's not really hitting their target, but Bren will be able to take out the turret. There's no
Sanford.
backup for Sanford here. Wall is
Okay.
pretty well placed there from Joy Boy.
That results into 2 turret pushes for BREEN Esports. A very scary move coming out from Stome. But I think that was a win-win play, because if you don't get a kill, you allow your teammates to push because you're a threat onto the backlines. That conceal play coming out from Stome was actually a very intelligent risk that they did versus Echo. And that meant that now they have absolute map control.
And Echo can't leave their base.
Yep.
It's not so simple. And now that puts Carl TZ in a very interesting position. Even Sanji, because that real-world manipulation is going to matter all the more.
Exactly.
Yeah, and at this point, Sanji, real-world manipulation, there's so many threats that he has to deal with.
Yep.
He has to watch out for the Saxa bomb. Jome is just walking and barreling towards anyone.
Yeah.
Even Flaps diving over and over again.
Joy Boy, too.
And Joy Boy too, exactly.
Yep.
So I feel for Sanji in this game.
Yep.
It is one of the most difficult Eve games I've ever seen.
Yeah. They picked it up early. The Kadita answer was there. We know that the Ocean Oddity is an easy way to cancel that out. Going for the Genius one, so it's ultimate burst down coming out from Stome. I just wish that he puts it on the right target. It's not easy though, because this is still like Benicute. Maybe the easiest target is actually Sanji.
It really
plus
is.
the real world manipulation. But apart from that, you want to commit your burst against a valuable hero like Benicute.
Yeah, Benicute again untouched still. He
Oh.
hasn't died yet in this game, surprisingly.
Oh no, they're going to do it
So
again.
here comes another Lord here.
Round two.
Sanford, full vision here
Yep.
Oh,
of everyone on Bren.
much faster.
Yeah,
look,
much
look,
faster.
Look at the rotation. Look at where Yaoi and
Look at
Benny
this.
are.
Wait.
Oh, it's the duo.
The trio.
It's a trio.
No. Okay.
Trio. Where they can go for here.
Shenanigans.
Can
Shenanigans.
Bren sense this?
Oh, Flap TZ kind
Can
of.
they sense it?
I think they can.
Oh,
They know.
They know.
It's too
They
quiet.
know.
It's too quiet.
Too quiet. The silence is deafening. BREEN Esports says.
I don't hear the birds singing here.
Uh-huh.
Sanford holding that Lord. It is
Oh,
at around.
no, they're gonna go straight for the base. They're gonna go straight
Oh
for
my
the
goodness!
base.
No way!
Can they?
Guys, they can! They can! They're going straight into the base!
They did!
They are!
It's
Oh my
over!
No! 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 This!
No!
No!
What?
Not
No!
like this.
No! It looks like Yaoi hasn't forgotten all the tricks he had up his sleeves after playing for Next Play Evos. He still got something, and this was it. The heist.
The heist! Dirty! That was dirty. I'm sorry, man. That was.
Oh, Danny Ocean will be proud. Danny Ocean will be proud. The Italian job.
Italian job, bro. Benny's free. I don't know.
Whoa.